Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whatever and wherever you are. Welcome back to the Beta Plan, playing Planescape Torment. So, the last time we left off, we, mourned for the trees, and those trees came back to life. But now we are going to look for somebody that should also be around this area. I think there's no chest open here, but I think we need this guy. Quatra. Yes, indeed. Remember the box that we got from this Marn dude? Yeah, he said that he got it, or that the man who would know more about it was this man. Can't you see I'm busy taking inventory? Go bother someone else. I was told to deliver this box to you. Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? Let's see what you got for me. I'm sure it will need to be inventoried. Mar told me to give this to you. As you hold the box out for him to take, what expressions turns from one of interest to that of intense horror. No, please, get it away from me. I don't understand. Why are you afraid of this box? I said, get back. Jeff, evil. Had to do more. Couldn't take it anymore. Please, take it to Braskin. Live south with. I mean, no. And apparently the sight of the box is just too much for him. As he runs screaming from the building. Wait, what am I supposed to do with...
Updated my journal.
Oh, okay.
Done.
Hope there's some goodies in here. New? Cannot raid in here? Yeah, too bad.
Gone.
Well, let us go then through the market, because, well, we know a few more things there as well. For instance, we know that, Jella is not going to work for Craddock.
All right.
So, guess we're going to have to tell him.
I'm gone.
You see, Craddock, his scowl has deepened since when you first saw him. It looks like it's about to crack in his face in two. I found Jella. Is that right? Craddock glances around. Where is he then? True, if he told him to hang off and that you were a cur of the lowest sword and that he wasn't going to work for you any longer.
Updated my journal.
Craddock's face turns a bright red and his face cracks into a snarl. Damned be his name. May all the evils of the plains haunt his footsteps. A blistering stream of insults, threats, and speculation about Jelli's family's roots issues from Craddock's mouth.
New taunts, alright.
Oh, Mole clicks his teeth together as Craddock builds up steam. You can almost hear him taking notes inside his skull. Craddock finishes his trade with a grunt. Damn that Jelli. Well, let's just fill in for him. And we also had to remind him from the pay that we got for delivering the message. He wasn't too happy about that, but he did give us a daily reward, as we just taken a little bit of work. And now we have 531 coppers, but 100 of those are supposedly for naught, and I guess we're going to give it to him. Oh. However, we're going to give that after we at least teach these guys a lesson. It's a bit too bad that Dakon is on the front. By the way, now I realize. Dakon, get out of here. Dakon, show my watches what you have. You have the reign of anger.
In Someone's name.
Boom! That was one of his unique spells to Dakon.
Stinkers.
You filled your litany of curses, even when you just got it upgraded.
Impossible bastard.
There we go. And you can see that this man is a little bit unsure what to do. Well, that's because...
grow strong.
Sorry. Because a reign of anger can cause that a little bit, I think. Unnerving missiles that quickly strike at the opponents. Oh no, it's just a magic missile effect, and then there was another one. Okay, well, I don't know why this person here doesn't really know how to fight anymore.
Your path is mine. I shall die.
Probably his moral broke. I'm an idiot. That is also something that can break. Enemies can get scared and run away. I mean, that is nowadays not very novel anymore.
I hear your
but
words.
back in the day, that was kind of novel.
I shall serve. Your path is mine.
Thank you very much, then. Oh, no, wait, hold on.
I'm gone.
We wanted to get into that house
I'm
on
gone.
purpose. It is either this house or this house. I can't really remember. No, this is just a hive dweller. A guy that you can, of course, rob if you wish, but we were told to find a man in the southwest of the hive. For the box. Yes, here he is, Braskin. In a loud, booing voice, Braskin asks, "What in the name of the abyss are you doing in my house? Leave now before I make you even more ugly than you already are. I was asked to deliver this box to your car." "Oh, why don't you say so? So hand it over and you can be on your way." As you present the box to Braskin, his expression changes from anticipation to that of amusement. "Whoa there, I won't fall for that trick a second time. Put that thing away and leave." "I don't understand. Why won't anyone take this box? First Quatra, and now you." "Did you say Quatra?" Braskin lets out a great bellow of laughter. "Why, that's the fellow who bought the box of me. Thought he got the best of me when he bought it. I guess he figured the gem alone was more than worth the price he paid me. Poor fellow didn't realize what he got himself into till it was too late." "Just what is so horrible about this box?" "You mean you really don't know anything about the box you're holding? Well, I guess it won't hurt to tell you what I know. First off, so you don't get any ideas in your head, the curse under the box only affects the current owner of the box, and to be the owner of the box, you have to willingly take possession of it. There goes the idea of just leaving the box for someone else to find. So what's in the box?" Now there's a good question. The box has been around the hive since anyone can remember. There are many rumors flying about. As you can imagine, over time the truth has been warped a little bit further with each retelling of the story. Go on. "I've heard many a story about that box, and they all seem to have a recurring theme. The name given to that foul thing is Mordor's box, and the owner of that box will die should he or anyone else open it. As for the contents, who knows? Some say it's an ancient dragon, while others say it's the evil soul of Mordor himself. I cannot tell for sure, but just by looking at it, any soul can tell it's evil, and won't have to be a fool to open it. So what am I supposed to do with it? I wish suggest you go see Shilandra. She lives in the northeastern region of the hive. It was for her that I won the box. Who knows, maybe she will have more knowledge of what to do with it. Or you can find some other clueless berg to take it off your hands. It's up to you. I wish you luck."
Updated my journal.
"Well, we'll try and go and talk to Shilandra, but not after we have talked to
right.
Macbeth. After all, we are still wanna be a mage." "Yo, I wanna be a famous mage." Oh, hello. That's another attack.
Got a face only a sledgehammer could love. And has... Did you see that? Yeah.
I will hear you.
And yes, as you can see, I haven't yet gone back to the
gone.
market in the meantime. But, we'll do that probably after this one. First let's go to North now that we are here anyways, and we have to go through here. I don't know if I could have now brought a body with me for Marrowfiend, because...
I'm gone.
Well, we kind of said we would take a body with us, but I can't really pick up bodies. Don't we have that club still? That was a arm? Yeah, here, left arm. Why don't we give that to him?
Done.
If the game allows that.
Done.
Okay, apparently there is a very narrow core here in order to walk to that direction. Oh! Hungry, you bring meat? Yellow spittle drips from his crackled lips. He claps his clawed, grasping hands together gleefully. Lie, yes, but give me the finger bone first. He nods greedily and pauses, shifting there. You no have meat, you lie. Here. Ah, darn it. You can either tell him to get a piece of me, or I must have dropped it somewhere. I'll return soon. No, let him eat of me then, because I can't carry buddies around. And I have an arm with me, but that's apparently not good enough. He smiles and reaches for your outstretched hand. Give me the finger bone first, Marrowfiend. He nods greedily and lets you take the finger bone. Oh, let him bite you. His teeth sink into the meat of your forearm and pull a chunk away with a single wrench of his neck. The pain is excruciating, but Marrowfiend sits on his haunches as if nothing has happened, chewing noisily on the mouthful of meat he pulled away. Thanks for Will. Yeah, and that cost us some hit points. I think don't believe it's gonna cost us, however, permanent hit points. But what we do have is his finger bone. There. This is a well-decayed and nearly meatless finger bone from a humanoid of roughly your size. There's still some sort of odd ring on the finger. It is an intricate thing sculpted with dozens of tiny ornate flanks and decorative protrusions. Oddly enough, it seems firmly rooted to the finger, and no amount of pulling or prying will budge the thing. Almost as if the ring's jagged edges has dug into the lifeless finger itself and refused to release it. Still, we're going to use it. And we're going to pull the ring from the finger. Try as your might is not working. Well, remove your own finger. Yeah, and replace it with the finger bone. You read that correctly. We are a regenerating amnesiac immortal. We can't get the ring out the finger, so what do? Well, we have an odd feeling about it, so we're gonna remove our own finger and replace it with the finger bone. You place the ring finger of your left hand in your mouth, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and bite down as hard as you can. There's a skidding crunch, and you are overcome with the taste and smell of blood. You spit the bloody finger out and place the red-laden finger bone against the gushing stump. At first nothing happens, and you are horrified at the thought of what you've just done. Suddenly, though, you feel a strange tingling sensation as bones refuse and tendons reknit. In moments, the rotting finger bone has become a living part of your body, though it still throbs painfully. The jagged ringer suddenly loosens and slips off the palm of your hand. Ow! Yeah. But now we have this Memphis biting ring. +2 to armor class. And it's made by a mage that was very scared to lose some fingers. But +2 armor class is a pretty good ring until about in the mid game. And don't worry, we can get rid of it later. So we are actually going to equip it. And we won't be able to take it off because it's cursed. As you can hear, we have that lovely, lovely tune. Thank you very much.
I'm gone.
However, Macbeth. I returned with those herbs you wanted. Now maybe you can get this damn bramble patch off my wrist? Is that so? Macbeth glances at the barbs that surround your wrist. If so, think it of them.
Updated my journal.
Do so. Cracking and snapping, the black barbed branches unravel themselves from your wrist and form into a tangled ball of brush and twigs that look like a net of dead black snakes. Macbeth snorts. Think it into a picture frame or some such, something with more structure and less angles. Concentrate on the barbed ball, then imagine it as a picture frame. And this is because we have enough intelligence and wisdom that we can do this, by the way. If you don't have enough willpower, but the requirements are very low, don't worry, but we have way beyond it, but then you can't do this. Because I think, if I remember correctly in the AD&D version, that wisdom is considered part of the willpower. After all, it's also the stat that is nowadays required in D&D 3.5 to, well, shape limbo. Also in D&D 3, by the way. I don't know how it is in 4 and 5. I haven't played those versions yet. Well, we have done so, and as an afterthought, you move the remaining barbs into the inside of the frame, so it can be picked up by the edges. After all, so we're made a nice frame with not the barbs on the outside. How's that? Macbeth stares at the frame for a moment and crackles. Ha! Square enough it is. Good work, child. Good work. She picks up the frame and scrutinises it. This will do nicely. Is that all you wanted it for? Aye. Well, this is enough, she sniffs. Aye, but there is one more thing I forgot to tell you. To fetch what is left in time. I'll take you back to the merchant square, it will. Look for the clove seller, Gisgirl. He has some rat mine that he is supposed to wash, and long has been since I first asked him to do it. I'll get to it, farewell. Yeah, it would have been handy if you mentioned that before, but let's not explode down. Tell that to the woman right in her face.
All right.
So now that we have Dakon with us, we can say, yo, Redbone, will you train us? For 50 coins. There we go. Go on. Go on. And these are just some... well, you can read it if you want, but it is mainly things about how you can be a thief in this game, you know? Sort of a mini
Updated
tutorial.
my journal.
And voila, we gain a lot of experience. And he says we're doing it quite quickly and not in satisfaction. I must say, Cutter, never have I runs across a fast learner. I'd almost say you've done this all before. Perhaps I have, Redbone. Simply forgot. Thanks and farewell.
I feel stronger.
And that tells us that we can level up because, well, we're level 1 thief we are right now, but now we are level 2 thief. However, we have so bad dexterity that our stealth is actually a -3. Yikes. Seeing we are normally not going to play a thief, and we can later have a character in the group that can switch it, we are not going to go with open doors or with stealth. We do not expect to come at us and then attack. So I'm going to mainly go for detect traps. All the way up. If we can get this to 100 because we get to level, I don't know, whatever thief, then well, then we actually have some use for it. Level 3 thief, but we don't want to be a thief right now. We'll get it up a little higher, perhaps a little later for that detect traps, but for now, we are done. And then we talk. Oh, wrong one. My mistake. Can I click out of this? Thank you. There we go. Talk to Dakon.
What is your will?
Oh, there are things I would know, Dakon. And by the way, sorry for hitting my mic. Can I talk about your teachings? I wish to give my current profession and resume the study of weapon crawl, Dakon. Can you train me? And yes, he can. Alright, let's move on. And all of a sudden, we are once again a fighter. And because we are a human and we are playing in the AD&D rules, we are dual classing more or less. A little bit different than that, but yes. We have fist and other weapons. We have unused slots, so we can definitely crank that up. We will crank that up. Don't get me wrong, we will crank that up. But I will do that off camera. That can be done, for instance, by the man of Poly. Oh, yeah, that was a quest near the smoldering corpse bar. He needs his sprayer beads back from a man dressed in red clothes. We've seen them. I forgot it. I will get back there. But yeah, we want to continue, and as you can see, we have no margin of traps. We are a complete fighter. All the other stuff, we just cannot access for some reason, which is a little bit silly in my opinion. I find multi-classing a little bit more logical than dual classing, but hey, that's how it works. Alright then.
Done.
Yep. Hello.
Choke on a bone, you witless ape. Huh?
I also see you down the corner there.
Your face
Trying to
is
hide,
just
right?
begging
Oh, you cannot
to be kicked.
hide from my taunts. Wow.
Sure, why not?
I actually think that there is a harlot somewhere nearby in the hive that you can also, hello,
Balance in all things.
that you can actually increase
Slattern.
more taunts. There is also one later in the game or something like it. I wouldn't call it really a harlot, but I think there was
Good as
another
done.
very common thing that I learned very, very late in my Planescape Torment playing live. Oh, we forgot actually to talk to Nod. We have to return. Whoops. Sorry. I almost forgot. I was so busy with training here and explaining that and what have you that we forgot to look at Nod. That is Yellow Fingers. We need Nod over here. There we go. I spoke to your sister, Amarizi. Yes. You did. Nod so happy he is. How's Nod's sister? Tell him of Amarizi. Tell Nod, please. His excitement says off a long series of hacking coughs. When he finally speaks again, he asks, is Nod's sister still pretty? So pretty. Wow, she's a whore and one so foul I doubt I would be with her even free of charge. And that is just cruel, man. I could tell him a lie that she's a servant now and has servant in the hive. She's doing well and is worried for you. No, I'm going to tell him the absolute truth. Yes, she is. She's pretty. She's a prostitute now in the hive. She's doing well and is worried for you. Not so pleased to know his sister is alright. He looks at this and is going to cry for a moment, then swallows hard. Anything more, she said, for not to hear. Yes, she wanted you to have these cover comments. She will also visit you as soon as she can find the time.
Updated my journal.
Nod's head stops, nodding abruptly, and his jaw drops as you hand him the 100 coins. Beneath the dwarf brown hood, his eyes gleam with joy. Such wonderful news it is! Good, wonderful news! Aye, Nod, thanks ye, and thanks ye again, and thanks ye 1,000 times more. Aye. Glad I could help. Farewell, Nod.
I feel stronger.
And that gave us a level up.
All right.
But that is not the main thing why I did it. After all,
Done.
And the main, what I did in there, and by the way, is A, tell him that his sister was a prostitute. He felt ashamed for what he did. His sister felt ashamed for her. Then you can better be together and feel fine in each other's company than if I tell a sweet lie and he feels still ashamed about seeing her. So I don't think that's very handy. And, well, why did I give the coins? Well, they were not my coins. And Amarizi could certainly tell who I was. I mean, I'm quite a distinctive individual. Even if you don't have no name, nobody looks like me. Trust me.
It is your will be done.
There may not be a lot of harmonium, which is more or less the faction that is the police force, along with the mercy killers within Sigil. They will find me, and I don't want to be murderized by them. But we need to talk to this man, Gizgirl. Now, I am going to not go along with this, but what that man did, he washed her clothes over and over again. He comes back with a flattened mass of green rags, thin as paper, yet so stiff they looked and they could double as wooden boards. The rags are so caked with greenish lime stars that they look like it would take years or so to relax them. He has washed them every 5th day. The point of the matter is that this man was once a mage and you can actually ask him about it. His hands are completely burned. And he cannot even talk about it anymore. The fact of the matter is that he, well, if you do a ritual over and over again, so will Macbeth say, then the ritual loses meaning. Something that becomes common is dangerous if you forget why you did it in the first place. So, let's talk to Macbeth again. We have done yet another little piece for her. And, yeah, we really have this. There's Macbeth Wash. They have done, well, unique art for this quest. I brought your wash, and I think this girl was a little heavy on the cleaning ritual. She takes a stack of starched green rags from you, and she examines them critically. At least they won't tear, she sighs. All bent. What was with the clothes merchant Gizgirl? His hands were all scarred, and he seemed slow. Macbeth is still turning the cloth over in her hands, tapping it with her finger. Old child, sometimes one burns with the art, and other times the art burns ye. Is that what happened to him? Macbeth clicks her tongue. Mayhap. There is some for who using the art is like breathing. They stroll about with pointy hats and stinkweed pipes. And then there's hand witches, and plain touch gypsies, and fortune casters, and half-seers, and midwives who flicker with the odd. Them have a harder time of it. And Gizgirl was one of them? Macbeth nods. Aye, so to speak. In some ways, he is no different now than he was. Addicted to habit and ritual he was. As she sets down the stiff rags, they clunk as she places them on the floor. Aye, now there's one last thing I will need from you, child. Of course. But this better not involve me going back to the market, Macbeth. Oh? And even if it does, child, Macbeth draws herself up, and she glares at you. And at a full height. Her head barely crests your shoulders. All I'm saying is that if you can't keep your head... No. About what you need from the market, I doubt you can teach me much about magic. I could say that. I could also go... It's a waste of time to keep traveling to the market for all these things, especially when you could have taken them out. No. If she's the only teacher, we're going to be sweet as hell, and perhaps, well, she just forgot, you know, so never mind, what do you need? Only this, I need some inks for scribing some ingredients in one of my cookery books. I need you to fetch some one of the merchants. Koshaye be her name. Well, I'll go see if I can find her. I'm off. Farewell. Yet another mission before we are allowed to get any further. And this is, well, quite good, because if you reach level 7, you gain a specialization. So we kind of want to reach up to level 6 of fighter, then reach level 7 of mage, then probably return to fighter a bit again for the hit points. And then finish up our mage thing. Yeah, it's kind of complicated, but it is the best way to do it. But don't worry, you don't need to remember that. We'll come back to that later. Well, by the way, I'm gonna do that off camera. This man, you remember the pacifist warrior Yeah, his quest. We need to do that so that he can train us in our weaponry. But we also help Seftai over here. So let's just quickly go to Seftai and then end the episode. Well, elderly hive later. I have respect for the elderly, but you're in my way. You again, the woman turns to face you, her lips peeling back in the snow. You have news for Seftai? I found the starved dogs barking and penned 3 of them in the dead book.
Updated my journal.
And for that she is happy. And she gives us an earring from one of her sisters. Yes, that is the entire reward for that quest. Well, and with that, I say thank you for watching, and remember, great peril